Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, welcome back to the JoBluemann Show podcast thingy majingy on YouTube and Rumble and BitChute. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Just before I kick off, do yourselves a favor, go and check out the interview between Tucker Carlson and the Russian president, who is this whole evil person that everybody's talking about. He's not that evil. He's highly intelligent. He's very logical, and it's don't let your bias stand in the way of you learning something from him. And there's some very, very taunting information coming from there. Yes. So, but getting back to the news for today that we are going to be discussing, it relates to Indian town sets a curfew and orders police to shoot violators of the deadly clashes over a mosque. Okay, so Indian mosques, not something that you would think is in the same sentence. But I don't know a lot about the country. I'm going to be dead honest. I know that they have, 1.4 billion people at the moment going. So it's not a small country. And the economy is growing. So I actually just have colleagues that went over there and said that the Indian people are very nice and they'll go out of their way to help you. So imagine my surprise when I see this. Indian town sets a curfew and orders police to shoot violators after deadly clashes over a mosque. The irony is it's a Muslim person that told me how accommodating they are and how nice they are and so on and so on. He must have been on another side of town, you know. 4 individuals were killed and over 100 police officers were injured in a violence that erupted in Old Wani's Bandhulpura area during an anti-encroachment drive. A curfew was imposed, internet services were suspended, and schools were closed. Okay, that sounds fairly dictatorial, that. Go dictators. The demolization of an illegally built madrasa on government land led to the violence, with a mob surrounding the police station and setting vehicles on fire. Why is there always vehicles on fire? What did the poor vehicles do? The dictator general of police, the dictator, the director general of police initiated an investigation into the events. There's not much events, dude. They set a couple of vehicles alight because they built the illegal mosque on government property, which, in my view, shouldn't really be government property because the government shouldn't own any land. It belongs to the people. I'm a minimalist, which means I don't believe that the government should regulate us. I don't think they should be charging us taxes. I don't think there should be any government. To be dead honest, I can get behind having an army and 200 odd people working for the government, putting some legislation that people want to have put in place, not these fucking, by idiot career politicians, Have a couple of teachers up there, a couple of nurses, a couple of IT guys like me. You have to have a geek or two inside. The violence occurred following the passage of the Uniform Civil Code Bill, which has been rejected by Muslims. Uniform Civil Code Bill. It's interesting. So just to tell you guys, if you go to my website, you can go to Ground News. There's a link in the description. There's a link in there on the website, and if you register with Ground News, I get a little bit of money. So I don't make a lot of money on YouTube. Um, I have other means of income, so I do this for fun. But I would appreciate making some money out of YouTube for a change. Um, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of, to be dead honest, a lot of costs involved in it. Applications, kit that you need to buy, you know. Yes, and then you need to belong to this newspaper, that newspaper, get behind this paywall, that paywall, all these kinds of things. That would be great of you. So I'm going to go to, I've got multiple sources that I can get this from. I'm going to go to Wuhan, which is one of my favorite news coverage media outlets. Even for American news, world news, they're brilliant. I mean, you guys can go check it out. It's WION news. So WIONEWS.com. But you could also find them on YouTube, and they got some great stories over there. I think the one lady that was there that I like very much, she moved over to another place as well. So there's some very good news media coming out of India. So let's go with Wuhan story. Attack, attack and violence. Attack and violence. Yes. Okay, second time was better. What is happening in Baldwani? 2 dead amid internet suspension. The 2 people die because of internet suspension. I told you it's not a good thing, the internet. These people are addicted to it. No, shoot at site orders. Okay, that makes more sense. The 2 dead amid internet suspension, shoot at site orders. And amid the violence that broke out between police officials and the mob, 4 people have died so far, and more than 250 have been injured, including police personnel. You know what? I mean, imagine, is it Pakistan or is it India that has 1.4 billion people? I think they overtook. Yeah, I think it is India. It's not Pakistan. Pakistan's got 1.2 billion people. So I think India's officially overtaken China with people count. Just for interest sake. Communal tensions broke out in Baldwani area in the North Indian state of Uttarakhand on Thursday evening, February 8th, over the demolition that what authorities describe as an illegally built madrasa. I don't wonder, is it madrasa another name for a mosque? I just know it as a mosque. A type of Muslim education institution mainly for children. Okay, so it's not a, okay, so it's a school. It's not a mosque. The incident took place in Bantulpura, town of Wani. I'm getting better at pronouncing these names, aren't I? One of the largest cities in the Nainital district. Come on, guys, you're killing me here. Nainital. Nainital. There we go. Since Thursday evening, 4 people had died and more than 250 were injured in the violence that broke out due to some confusion. There was no confusion. They built something that was demolished. They got upset. They burned some cars. Let's move on. I mean, and then people were shot. So Black Lives Matter can do it, and then they hailed as prophets of you know I don't know. Anyway, but I just don't get it. So people get upset and burn stuff down in India, and it's not a horrible thing. It's just news. You know, if this was Black Lives Matter and they shot four black people, then this would have been a whole racist thing. So there is something to say about nationalism where you only have one race of people in a country. I mean, this coming from a South African that I think we have 9 official languages. So is it 9 or 11? I can't even remember. Um, you know, uh, but yeah. So we have so many different cultures, people in our country that you know it is a bit difficult. We've overcome whatever has happened in the past. We've overcome um, living together. You still have some people thinking that they're victims, but mainly it's people that that are mentally insane, but are mentally insane. So I'm recognized by the government as mentally insane. So just, I'm not joking about that. So let's not make jokes about people. They're just stupid. Let's just say that. Since first Thursday evening, people have died and more than 250 were injured in the violence that broke out due to some confusion, said Nainital District Magistrate Vandana Singh. I could say that on Friday morning. Okay. To maintain the law and order situation in the town, the administration has imposed a curfew and a shoot at sight order on Friday. Imagine America did that with Black Lives Matter riots for 8 months. What was it? 8 months that they burned shit down, and that's a first world country. This is a third world country. This is a third world country. This is what happens when you overstep boundaries in a third world country. When you get to, okay, well, our country's obviously fucked up because we have more corrupt police officers than than, than American politicians. Internet services have also been suspended in the town to curb the spread of false information, and schools in the area have also been shut until further notice. Sorry about that. Didn't sleep very well. Uttarakhand violence. What is happening in Altwani? At the press conference held Friday, DM Vandali Singh said the violence was triggered by an anti-encroachment drive in the city, in which the administration was demolishing illegally built buildings on government lands. A legal process to remove the encroachment is being carried out at various places, and so it was done here too. Here by us, you can just go and fucking put a shack up and you can just live there, and then you can start burning shit out when you don't get free electricity, water, toilets. That's how it works in South Africa. So you can even take over other people's property. So we're a little bit different than India, it seems. Our teams and resources moved, and nobody was provoked or harmed. No actions were taken by police and administration to cause harm to life and property, Sai said. Okay, now, so the people died by themselves, heart attacks, or, lack of internet. The demolitions, the demolition drive began peacefully, despite the entire process being carried out properly. A large mob within half an hour attacked our municipal cooperation team, said Vandana sign. Oh, it's a woman. Okay. Oh, interesting. It's a woman that ordered the shooting of people on site that doesn't follow the curfew. Uh, so, what does the Me Too movement have to say about that? Guys, I think I've gone way over time on this thing. Um, as per Senior Superintendent of Police Pramlat Meena, a notice was sent earlier to the madrasa, which he said was constructed illegally on government land. The action of the encroachment was taken after the High Court's order, following which notice and time for hearing were given to everyone, as per Vandana's side. But due to some confusion, a mob fired outside the Banhulpura police station on Thursday evening, in response to which the police also fired in the air. Um, okay, so it's bullets that fell from the air on the people. Vandana claimed that the rioters tried to torch the Banhulpura police station. The DM also claimed that it appears the violence was pre-planned and unprovoked, and stones were stored beforehand at homes. The rioters even used petrol bombs, she said. Current situation amid the violence that broke out between police officials and the mob, 4 people have died, so more than 250 have been injured, including police personnel. The deceased have been the deceased have been identified, and the administration is waiting to ascertain whether they have died in police firing or firing by people among them, the DM said. Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Pushkar Saindami, also held a meeting with senior officials at his residence in Dehradun to analyze the situation. And the situation is being analyzed by politician police officers. I think political police. I don't know what you want to call them. Okay, great, guys. I can't wait to make the next video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Press a like there so YouTube can't suppress my videos, which they don't do. I just don't get a lot of advertisement on the videos for some other reason. It used to be on the front pages of people that are subscribed. It's not anymore. Not sure why. Cheers.